What happens on the text machine after Charles Barkley is on with us is interesting. People coming after me saying I'm P-owned, and I don't know why that P is before the owned. People taking sides. And I've been watching this with my friend Charles for many years now, where white folks wave Charles Barkley around real hard and fast when he says things that are aligned with white sensibilities, but then ignore him pretty feverishly and fervently, generally speaking, when he says X, Y, and Z is racist. Charles gives them permission to believe the things that ought not be said out loud sometimes because he is black. The difference, and we were up against the clock, and this is a conversation Charles and I have had many times off air, the difference between black people killing black people and officers killing black people is, in one of those instances, the group is entrusted with protecting and serving. And so I could sit here and argue with Charles, as I have many times off air. I do get frustrated with the audience that wave Charles around only when he says the things that are aligned with you, not when he points out all the times that he's not aligned with you and you dismiss him as an idiot.
You know what I admire about Barkley is that there doesn't seem to be an agenda to his opinion. He just seems genuinely honest to me.
Well, but he also has he understands what it's like to be black, and he also understands what it's like to be a police officer because he is surrounded by a lot of friends who have worked in the police department. And it is a hard job. Nobody disputes that. Devon Best, the former wide receiver for the Dolphins, was just in a mess that he's mentally unstable, and that situation could have escalated in a way that got the media to descend on that and ask questions about black and white, and the police diffused it. A very difficult situation in his home where he was behaving in a way that was mentally unstable. Wide receiver, you get scared, you get panicky. Next thing you know, you're shooting somebody, and you've got a media crisis on your hands.
Becoming increasingly difficult, that job, isn't it?
I mean, it's a tough job. Nobody disputes that.
I wonder if you were having a meeting between a National Police Officers Association over here and Black Lives Matter over here, if a Charles Barkley wouldn't be a pretty decent moderator.
Oh, no. See, here, Greg, you don't understand what happens to Charles Barkley. I mean, look at this text machine. Black people are calling him all sorts of names right now. I mean, Uncle Tom is the best of it. Not that he cares.
Yeah, that's too bad.
But no, that's the thing, though. What I could absolutely break down this text machine down racial lines. I know the color of the people espousing one thing and the people espousing the other. And Charles is viewed as a sellout in the black community for saying some of the things that he's saying that are now being waved around by white people because, I mean, Charles came very close to justifying racial profiling there.
He did.
He did. Pulled it back a bit, but he did.
I don't know how much he pulled it back.
A little bit.
Really? You're going to snap?
Hey, let's end on a high note.
This was the Dan Lebatard Show on ESPN Radio.
I'm Tristan H. Cockcroft. On the latest fantasy-focused baseball podcast, Stefania Bell joins me as we have breaking news on Matt Harvey. He's out for the year with surgery. What does that mean for his keeper value? Find it in the Listen tab of the ESPN app.
Scott Burnside, ESPN.com here on the latest special edition of Hockey Today, the podcast. We talk PK Subban, Shea Weber deal. We talk Taylor Hall and Adam Larson and Steven Stamkos staying in Tampa. You can find it under the Listen tab on your ESPN app.
Baseball's second half kicks off with one of the sport's fiercest rivalries when the Red Sox travel to the Bronx to face the Yankees. Coverage begins Saturday at 3 Eastern and Sunday at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio.